Here we go, Julius Caesar, Book 1, Chapter 2. Among the Helvetians, by far the most noble and most wealthy was Orgetorix. Within the consulships, or with Marcus Messala and Marcus Piso as consuls, he, having been incited by a desire of a kingdom, made a conspiracy of the nobility, and persuaded the state to depart from their own borders with all their supplies or people or troops. Here we're going to need to imply some sort of verb of saying. That it is easy to acquire the command of all Gaul, since they surpass all by means of virtue, or in virtue. This thing persuaded them rather easily, because the Helvetii are contained on all sides by the nature of their location. From one part by the Rhine River, very deep and very wide and deep, which divides the Helvetian field or land from the Germans. From another part, from the second part, by the very high mountain Jura, which is between the Sequani and the Helvetii. The third, by the Lemanus Lake and the Rhone River, which divides our province from the Helvetii. It happened, by means of these things, this was the situation because of this, that they wandered less widely and were able to bring war less easily on their neighbors. From which part, or for this reason, basically, the men desirous of waging war were affected by great grief. They judged that for their great multitude of men, however, and for the glory of war and strength, and their strength, that they had narrow borders, which laid open into length in 240 miles and into width 180 miles.